welcome to Lovella's Coloring. I was asked by a lovely subscriber, Susan, to share a step-by-step video of how I pick the colors I will use and how I color flowers. So for this video, I'll be coloring in Johanna Basford's World of Flowers, and the colored pencils I'll be using is the 150 set of Prismacolor Premiers. And the page I will be coloring is in this page right here. So I just want to start off that for myself, I do get stumped by some flowers and how I would go about coloring it. Let me go ahead and put a book right underneath here so it's so for instance, like this flower right over here, as you can see right in the middle of the petal, there's like a little design, like it's like a diamond design right in the middle, and you don't see that in like real flowers or anything. So because for me, I like to draw inspiration with colors through actual flowers. I would Google flowers and just look at different colors, different ways the colors are on the flowers, and try to interpret that onto the coloring book. So for this one, yeah, I was stumped with it, and I decided, like before I started this video, I would just go ahead and color it, the petal, as I would normally do with other petals, and then I'm just going to go over that little line with either a glitter pen or a gel pen. So I think for this petal, I will color it in red. So I'll just show you. This is the way I'm going to color this petal is my go-to of how I color petals. And I say petals too much, I'm sorry. But when I look at my color chart, I don't know if you've seen my video of how I color here. I go with a light, a medium, and a dark. And sometimes I go either one more darker or sometimes in the middle. It depends on the space, and since this is a small flower, I would only use about 3 or 4 colors. So the color, I guess the lightest, I'll go with the darkest. So the darkest I would probably pick is Crimson Lake, and then I would want to pick a Scarlet Lake for the medium, and a blush pink for the lightest. And I might pick another color if I need like a little shadow in between the petals. So I'll go ahead and get those pencils out. So as I said earlier, the colors I picked for the petals is blush pink, which is PC 928, Scarlet Lake PC 923, and Crimson Lake PC 925. So what I usually start off doing first is I color the whole petal with my lightest. So go ahead and color that in. And I'm just going to ignore this little pattern here and just do either glitter pen or a gel pen over that. Just continue. So it's just a light layer of color, and this is my go-to of how I color petals. So next one, I'll come in with the Scarlet Lake. Start over, do this petal. I'm just going to go in and here, I'm just going to leave the tips. So I'm not going all the way. I'm just going to leave the edges the blush pink. And I'm just lightly coloring it. So if I feel like I didn't like it, I can just always erase it, which I've done before too. Okay, and the reason why I like to do it light first, so I'm coming in with the Crimson Lake now, is, you know, if you go in dark first, it's hard to erase the color. So, and this side too. So now going like medium. Whoops, I'm sorry. So now I'm going to go back with the Scarlet Lake, and it's with medium pressure. I'm not going all the way, I'm just building up the color. Then from there I'm going to come in with the blush pink, and I'm going to blend it all. There. So same with the other side. I already did the Crimson Lake, so I'm coming in with the Scarlet, and this is with medium pressure. I'm not going to go all the way to the tips. Medium, and then as I go towards the end where I want the blush pink, I'm like lightening my pressure there, and then I'm using the blush pink to blend it all. So with the middle one, a lot more space, I'm just going to go a little bit more, add a little more Crimson Lake. And then come in with the Scarlet Lake. This. Just not all the way towards the end. So I'm medium pressure like at this part, and then as I go towards the end of the petal, I'm lightening my pressure. Then I'm going to come in with the blush pink, and I'm going to just fill it all in, medium pressure, blending it, all the colors together. And if you feel like you need to add a little bit more color, you can still go over it. So I want to come back with the Crimson Lake and just and for shadow, I think with the reds, I'll just, because I already pretty much burnished it with the blush pink. I'm just going to come in with the black and just lightly go over here just to give it a little bit of shade to separate the two the petals from each other. There, and then so this like little design on each of the petals, I'll probably just go over it with gel pen. I don't have the gel pen near me right now. I'm hooked up to the microphone, so I'll just go on with the leaves. With the leaves, what I would want to do is like the lines right over here, and the veins and the vine. I think I'll go with a lighter color, and then the leafy part will be a darker color. Let me go see. Okay, so like what I did with the petal, how I used the blush pink to color all the petals, I'm going to be using the Limepeel to color all the leaves and the vine or the stem. And I'm just lightly coloring it. I sometimes just do the lighter colors in my coloring just to establish what I want that area to be colored, just, you know, like kind of like when you lay down markers, you lay it all down and then you come in with the pencils to finish up with adding details or shades and stuff. So I'm just going to color this in. Okay, so now I'm going to come in with the Kelp Green, which is PC 1090, and I'm just going to assume the sun is on this end, and so I'm just going to color it dark here, and then kind of fade away. And the leaves, kind of like what I did with the petals, dark in the bottom or the widest part. So I'm just going to lay down where I want the darkest part of the stem to be. There. And then I said I wanted the veins of the leaves to be light, so I'm going to be coloring the leaf part in just like that. I think I want it to look like it's like puffing out, so I'm just going to color this and leave the middle lightened. Just dark near where the stems or the veins are, and then lighten towards the middle of that section of the leaf. I remember when I first started coloring in Johanna Basford's book, I was so scared to press down on the pencils that everything came out so light. But after a couple of years now that I learned it's okay to press down and add a little bit more pressure just to see that blended look with the colors, especially using the Prismas. I love how the Prismas blend. So we're just going to continue here, almost done. And one more. There. I just want to make sure I fade out some of the color in the middle. And just like that, there's like a hint of the kelp green still in a lighter shade. Here. Just keep adding where I think I'm going to darken it. Okay, so now I'm going to come back in with the Limepeel, just fill in the rest of the space where I did not color with the kelp green. And I may come back with the black again, just to add a hint of shadow. I like to do the black afterwards because if I do it light, it's just enough shadow where I don't have to go all the way in. The color of the vein. And then the light part of the leaf. I'm doing medium pressure and just pressing in, blending into the kelp green. And same with the other leaf. Here. Yeah, so with picking with flowers for color, colors for the flowers, excuse me, using, I like to use Google a lot and just look up different flowers, how all the different flowers and their different colors that comes in, and just looking at different ways or different colors that could be used for flowers, or you can just make up your flowers. And I always go with the medium light, or medium light, medium, and then dark colors. So I'm coming back in with the kelp just to just put in a little more color. I don't know. I don't think I need any more black. I think I like the kelp green with by itself. It's subtle color for the there you go. And yeah, done. I hope I explained myself well. I'm not sure, but let me go ahead and do another flower. Be right back. So the next flower I'll do is this one, which is just below the first one, and the colors I'll use is purple, and the color I decided to use on this is, sorry for the glare, we will use violet and lilac and white, and we'll go the opposite of what I did up here, where it's dark on this part of the petal and light at the ends. This time I'm going to go dark from the ends and light towards the middle, the center of the flower. So let me go ahead and so these are my lightest, my mid color, and my darkest color. So that's pretty much my process of like coloring flowers, especially if they're this small. They don't really need that much, and I think with this flower maybe I'll add a little Deco Yellow towards the middle of the center of the flower. You know what, I'm going to color the whole petal lilac. Oh, probably towards, not towards this end, because that's where I want to color the yellow. So just to show you what I'm thinking of is I'm going to use the violet, which is PC 932, and color, and right here. So I'm going light first just to lay down a little bit of color to see where I want to lay it. And I can always come back and add more, so I'll come back with the lilac and color on top of the violet and bring it down. I'll go ahead and use the Deco Yellow, which is PC 1011. Just color this middle part here. Right there. Now I'll come back with the violet, and I want to darken where I previously colored it, so I can bring it down a little bit more if I feel like I should. So I always like to start off light and then come in darker, and then with the lilac go over the violet and just medium to light towards medium pressure to light pressure, heading towards this area, because I will be coloring in with white. I just want a hint of lavender there, or lilac. So I'm going to come in now with the white, and the white is PC 938. I'm just going to go over the yellow and the There it goes. Press too hard. So as you can see, I'm doing medium to hard pressure. I don't want to go too far towards the dark area. I'll lighten it up. Come back with the violet. Just want to put back color. Then the lilac. I know, kind of double thinking the Deco Yellow. Not sure if it's dark enough. I just need to darken it, so I'm pressing it medium. There you go. So I'll continue with the other two petals. So start off with the violet. So this is another go-to. I mean, minus the yellow, I would go dark to light. So it's another way of coloring flowers. And as I said, I always pick 3 colors, and it's that could be a gradient. And try to be light towards the center. Come in with the Deco Yellow. I'll just go ahead and put it in here. Darken the violet a little bit. There. So I'll come in with the white now, and then just starting with the yellow, then going into the lilac. So it's medium, and I lighten up as I go towards the violet part of the petal. So violet again, lilac. I just want to smooth the transition. There, so I'll do it one more time on this one. Just lightly put in the violet, come in with the lilac, and go light towards the center. Come back with the lilac again, and I'm going to establish the color that I want there. Bring it as and then with the lilac, medium pressure, just blending it into the violet and then lightly towards the center. I come in with the white, where the yellow is, and then blending the violet, or the lilac. Just want to clean this up a little bit. Go. So the middle, I think with purple flowers, you usually see like green, and I'm picturing green. So let me see. So I just do the I'm gonna keep with the lime peel, but I am going to use the Deco Yellow also. So I'm also going to use the lime peel and the Kelp Green that I used in the other flower, but I'm also going to use the Deco Yellow. So with the Deco Yellow, I'm going to just go over the whole thing. And with the Kelp Green, just right there. I'm not trying to cover it all, so to go this way. So I'm going medium now around here and just slightly towards going out. I'm going to use the lime peel to blend it out. Right there. Then the yellow, I'm just gonna go over that. Then for the middle part, I like to, with circles like this, like add a little more darkness to like one side, or it could be the other side, but I'm going to do this side. Need the lime peel, just fade it that way a little bit around in a circle. So I'll leave that little space that's lightened, and I'm going to use the Deco Yellow to color it in. Come back with the Kelp Green to darken it. Okay, so for the leaves, I think for the leaves I will go olive green. Should I go olive green and actually I want to do Prussian green. It's kind of the same. Olive or Prussian, whichever one. Dark green. I might bring in black also. The thing with I'm sorry, I keep saying the thing with Prismacolor is the lack of really dark greens. So do olive green. I'll be right back. I'm going to sharpen my pencils. Okay, for the stem and the leaves, I decided to go with lime peel, which is PC 1005, olive green PC 911, and dark green, which is PC 908. Now I'll start with the lime green and just color all the stem and leaves. So now I'm going to come in with the olive green, and with these leaves, let's do this one first. I'm going to do the top and the bottom. So I'm just bringing it towards the center, come in with the dark green, right here. So I'm going medium and then lightening as I go towards the center of the blade of the leaf. Then come back with the olive green, go over the dark green, and just again medium, and as I go towards the center, I'm lightening my pressure. Just want to add a little bit more, just lightly adding more olive green towards the center. Now I'll come back with the lime peel, and I'm just lightly coloring on top of it all, and then medium. If I like the blend, I'm just going to start going medium pressure and just blending it all. I feel like I need to clean up this area here. Go. So yeah, so that's another way of coloring leaves. Well, one way I do it. So now with dark green, and I'm going medium, then lighting up my pressure. I don't know, sometimes I don't do olive green then dark green. Sometimes I start with dark green then go to olive green. So it depends on what you feel like, I think. You can go in an angle, so it'll be like this. And then come in with the lime peel and just blend it all together. And because maybe, yeah, bring the green just so looks like it's shadowing there. So this leaf, this, that, and then dark green. So just using 3 shades of color can really enhance, and then you can also build up on that. You can add like black to enhance the shadow, or this is olive green, or any other color, because leaves on trees come in like yellows and reds. Some leaves are a little bit purple instead of just all green. Or if you wanted to color like any kind of color, if you're doing like a mono, like one color leaf, all blues or something, and just using 3 different shades really can bring your coloring out with the flowers. I don't know. Okay, so I'll do the one last one right here. Come into dark green. Come back with the olive green. I just want to bring this in. And then with the lime peel, blending it all together. So yeah, so that's one way to color another flower. Okay, so I want to show another way that I sometimes do flowers. Besides doing like the dark to light, it's kind of the same dark to light, but the way I color the flowers is different. So the colors I'll be using is let me see, it's in the blues. I'll be using, is it powder blue, and denim blue is my darkest, and I'll be using Blue Lake as my medium color. And I also want to bring in a purple color into it, so I'll be using Dahlia Purple. So let me go ahead and show you guys. So first, I'll do this flower. I'm going to use the blue or powder blue, which is PC 1087, and I'm just going to lightly color over the whole thing. So what I'm going to do now is come in with the Blue Lake, and I'm just going to, instead of going side to side and coloring a certain point from like medium pressure to light pressure, what I'm going to be doing is just kind of flicking the color, trying to do the shape of the petal. So I'm gonna want this area to be the lightest shade, so it'll look like it's rounded. So I'm just gonna go down this way, and I'm gonna bring color down, the Blue Lake color down this way towards the end of the petal. Let me go ahead and do the same here. And I'm going to come in with the Denim Blue and do the same. And just flick, light flicks towards just trying to follow the curve of the petal, and just trying to cover or color towards the edge of that. Just so the denim blue will be more on the outside of the petal. And in a way, it'll look like veins coming down. So now, oh wait, let me go ahead and finish the others. Right here, just color in. So same thing, I'm just flicking, following the, what is that, the curves of the petal. So I'll come in with the Dahlia Purple, which is PC 1009, and just around the edges here. Just want to add that hint of purple there. It doesn't have to be all over, I'm just picking the side here. Like that. So I'm going to go back and just fill it up a little bit. I'm coming in with the Blue Lake. And I'm trying to go ahead and sharpen this. I guess for me, with a sharpened tip, it really helps to flick. Trying not to do a hard line towards the center. Sharpen the Denim Blue really quick. Okay, so with the Denim Blue, I sharpened it, and I just want to, where it's the edge of this part, I forgot what that's called, but that covers the bottom part of the flower. Just want to again, I'm just flicking so it looks like veins. Let's darken up over here. Let's go with a little bit more of the Dahlia Purple. And now I'm going to come back with the powder blue, and I'm just going to go over the whole thing in the direction of, I'm not going to be going side to side this way, in the direction of where my pencil marks are going. So, and then just blend it all with the powder blue. And if I want it to look more like there's more veins along the petal, I can come back and just add it. Just wanna smooth this part out. Come in with the Denim Blue and just where I feel like I want to add the little swipes of color. And now I'm coming in with a Blue Lake. And again, just go over it. Go. And if you want to add a little more Dahlia Purple, just there. And you know, this way of coloring the flowers kind of gives you the shape of the flowers. And you know, some of the petals of flowers, you can see little veins, and this is just like a simple way of kind of coloring the flowers in that's different from the way I colored this flower. And just adding that little hint of purple, kind of like when I color these, I will try to put the purple in different areas, so it's like random and it's not like the exact copy with each of the flowers. Yeah, so these are a couple of the ways that I color flowers. I switch it up with the colors, like with the yellow over here. I could use, or you could just be all white, so just be the gradient of the purples. If I was coloring maybe a yellow flower, I would use green in the middle. You do see that in flowers where I wish I remember what the name, but the like with the yellow flower, the inside part of the petals is a little bit of green, so you can add that to it too. Or it can just be whimsical colors. You can just mix the purples with pinks, blues and greens also. Hold on, let me go change. So this is, let me go ahead and zoom out. So in this page, it's the one with the pencils. So the colors that I use in the pencils, I want to use it on the flowers, and also the colors that I use in the flowers, I added it to the leaves. Each of the leaves are different variants of green, and I remembered as I was going through with each of the flowers, I used one of the red colors and applied it to this kind of between orange and red color. Coral, it looks corally. And then one of the colors that I used here, I used it on the orange, and so on, so on, so on. So yeah, I mean, I don't think you'd see this color of flower, but you know, just I think I used 3 or 4 colors. Let me go check. So this is my little chart. I need to move my sharpener here. Let's move it over so you guys can see. So let's see, for this flower, which is number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's in the next page. Oops. So I used 4 different colors. I used True Green. This is all Prismacolor. True Green, Grass Green, Peacock Green, and I used Indigo Blue to use as the darkest part of the flower. In the stem, I use Peacock Green, which I use on the flower, and Olive Green and Black. So you can see in each of the stems, I used some color of the flower with the stem. So for this one, I used True Blue, which I used on the stem or on the flower. Peacock Blue. On this one, I used China Blue. On this one, I used Dioxazine Purple Hue. I used Violet on here. Yeah, so just, I mean, I just put hints of color. So here's the hint of color of the Dahlia Purple that I add right here at the ends of the leaf, especially over here for the blues, the yellows, the oranges. Yeah, so so this is the basic way I color flowers. And then the third flower that I colored right over here, I used this way of coloring for the flowers. I colored in the enchantment, Tenderful Enchantment page that I colored in here. Find it right over here. So you can see in the flowers, you can see where I was just coloring down. And yeah, just to look like it has like a little bit of like veins of color coming down. And this one I colored with Derwent Color Soft. So with the third flower, you know, just starting off lightly and then gradually building up the color, just being aware where you want the lightest part of your flower to be. Like here, I wanted the middle part to be the lightest, and then here's in the edges, and just, you know, build up the color slowly, add one color on top of the next color and next color. And yeah, you can do this, yeah, like with the other one I used purple, this one I used blue with a little bit purple, and just the easiest way I think is just using 3 different colors: the lightest, the medium, and your darkest color. And then you can always add like a hint white if you want like the ends to be white, or you can add black if you want to add shadow. So right over here I'm just going to add a little bit of shadow so it'll stand out from the other petal, and I can do it right underneath these things. I don't remember what the name, the little green leaves that cover the bottom part of the flowers, like that. So yeah, so mainly using 3 colors, and I usually apply this to everything. A color with eyes, color with hair, skin. I kind of start off with 3 colors and then I add on to it to either make the skin look a little pinker, or if I need a little more tan. And I apply that same thing as the, I guess it's my rule of 3. I guess there's a lot of rule of 3s. I know there's a rule of 3s in photography and other stuff. Like for me, I guess it tends, I notice now, you know, it's a lot of the 3 colors, the light, mid to dark in everything, clothing, and coloring on top of markers. So let's say I'm coloring flowers, I would use the lightest shade as my base and either use 2 colors on top or 3 colors, and it'll always be darker than my base. And I do hope I have explained myself on how I pick my colors for the flowers, and especially how I color them. And if there are any questions that you guys have, please don't hesitate to leave them down below in the comments, or you can email me directly. Yeah, so yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I wanted to do one where it's just my basic way of jumping in and coloring flowers, and I hope it helps. And yeah, so if any questions, just again leave it down below. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Please take care and happy colorings, and bye bye.